Hi guys, good day, it's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class is all about solve problems involving experimental probability. So without further ado, let's do this topic. So I will give you plenty of examples class for you to really understand this one class, and we'll be answering this one class step by step. Once again class, if this video helps, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Alright, so let's start with example number 1. A coin is tossed 120 times. Compute the number of times it would need to land on heads to achieve the following experimental probability. So in this given example class, we have given probability, but we're looking class for the number of times the coin must land on heads. Therefore class, we're looking for the number of heads. So this will be the formula that we're going to use to find the number of heads. That will be probability of event is equal to the number of times event occurs all over the total number of trials. Once again class, probability of getting heads, and we have this value that would be 20%, right? Once again class, we have given probability that would be 20%. So this will be 20% is equal to the number of times event occurs. Once again class, we're looking for the number of heads. Now since we don't know the number of heads, we let x be the number of heads. We can write h here, or we can write x. Let x be the number of heads. The number of heads. Or we can write this one, let x be the number of times the coin must land on heads. Or to make the story short, let x be the number of heads. So this will be x on the top. Now the total number of trials, of course, that will be 120, right? The coin is tossed, or a coin is tossed 120 times. Therefore, class, the number of trials, that would be equal to 120. Once again, we're looking for the number of heads. That would be on the top. And the total number of trials, that would be equal to 120. Alright, so let's do that. Let's solve this one. So this will be 20% is equal to x over 120. Now you have two solutions, class, to answer this one. First solution, you can convert this percent into decimal, and then afterwards you do cross multiplication. To convert percent into decimal, this 20%, if you want to convert this one into decimal, simply move the decimal point right to left twice. Of course, class, we know for a whole number, the decimal point is always after the whole number. The decimal point is here, right? Now to convert this percent to decimal, simply move the decimal point right to left twice. 1 and then 2. So therefore 20%, that would be equal to 0.20, or we can write 0.2. Once again class, 0.20 is just the same with 0.2. If the last number class is 0, we can just simply eliminate 0. 0.20 is just the same with 0.2. So therefore 20% is equivalent to 0.2. So this will be 0.2 is equal to x over 120. And to get the value of x, we can just simply do cross multiplication. Simply cross multiply. Alright, so simply cross multiply. Understood that there's one here. Cross multiply. Alright, so 0.2 times 120 times 120 is equal to 1 times x. Alright, so 0.2 times 120, simply use your calculator. 120 times 0.2, that would be equal to 24, is equal to 1 times x. Of course, that would be x. Therefore, class, the answer, class, that would be 24. That would be 24 heads. So 24 equals x. We can write this one, x equals 24. This is just the same, class. Once again, class, 24 equals x. It's just the same with x equals 24. We call that one, class, symmetric property. Alright class, therefore the number of heads, that would be equal to 24 if the given probability is 20%. That's it class, all set. The number of heads, that would be 24 heads. And then we're all set class with regards to example number 1. All set. That's the answer class with regards to example number 1. Now other solution class. Other solution. Now once again class, 20% is equal to x over 120. Remember this one class, percent, it means per 100. Once again class, percent, it means per 100. So therefore this 20%, we can write this one 20 over 100. Because 20 divided by 100, that would be 0.2. Let's try that one class. 20 divide 100, that would be 0.2. Just in case the teacher will not allow you to use calculator, you can use this one. 20 over 100 is equal to x over 120. Once again, class, 20% is just the same with 20 over 100 because percent, it means per 100. 20 over 100. Now, before doing cross multiplication, class, you check first the fractions if you can reduce. We can reduce 20 over 100 because if you multiply 20 times 120, it will be a large number. So better reduce 20 over 100. We can reduce this one by 20, right? We can divide 20 by 20. We can divide 100 by 20. 20 divided by 20 is 1. 100 divided by 20, that will be equal to 5. Therefore, 20 over 100 is just the same with 1 over 5. We can write this one 1 over 5 equals x over 120. Alright, and then simply do cross multiplication. Simply cross multiply this one. So 1 times 120, that would be 120 equals x times 5, that would be 5x. And to get the value of x, simply divide both sides by 5, divide by 5, cancel this out. So 120 divided by 5, that would be equal to 24 equals x. Same answer, class. Therefore, class, the number of heads, that would be equal to 24. That would be 24 heads. Alright, so the answer with regards to example number 1, that would be 24 heads. All set. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 1. So it's up to you, class, which do you prefer. So you can use the first solution or you can use the second solution. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 2. Alright, so example number 2. So once again, we're looking for the number of heads. Same number of trials. Total number of trials, that would be 120. So we have given probability of getting heads, that would be 60%. So this is 60% is equal to x over 120. Alright, so we can write this one 60 over 100. Alright, let's do that. So do not convert this one into decimal. It's once again, class, it's up to you, class, which do you prefer. For me, class, I better convert this one into fraction. I can write this one 60 over 100 is equal to x over 120. And then I can reduce this one. So this will be 60 over 100. We can divide this one by 20, right? The greatest common factor of 60 and 100, that would be 20, right? Divide by 20. So 60 divided by 20, that would be 3. 100 divided by 20, that would be 5. So 60 over 100 is just the same with 3 over 5. So this will be 3 over 5 equals x over 120. Alright, and then simply cross multiply. Alright, so multiply this one. So 3 times 120. So 3 times 120, I think that's 360. Equals 5 times x, or x times 5, that will be 5x. And then simply divide this one by 5. Divide by 5, cancel this out. Alright, and then 360 divide 5. 36 divided by 5, that would be 7. 7 times 5 is 35. Subtract 36 minus 35 is 1. Bring down 0. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 minus 10, that would be equal to 0. So therefore, class, the answer, class, is 72. So 72 equals x is just the same with x equals 72. So therefore, the answer with regards to example number 2, that would be 72 heads. 72 heads. That's it, class. You're all set. All set, class, with regards to example number 2. That would be 72 heads. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 3. So once again, class, if the teacher will allow you to use calculator, I'm sure, class, very easy to answer the following examples. So 35%, let's convert this one into decimal directly. So 35%, that would be 0.35, right? Once again, class, 35%. Move this decimal point right to left twice, 1 and then 2. Therefore, 35%, that would be 0.35. So this will be 0.35 equals x over 120. Simply do cross multiplication. So understood that there's one here. Cross multiply. Alright, so once again, the teacher will allow you to use calculator. Very easy, class, to answer this one. So 0.35 times 120, that would be 42 equals 1 times x. Of course, that would be x. Therefore, class, the answer is equal to 42 heads. Given probability, that would be 35%. So that would be 42 heads. That's it, class. Very easy, right? Alright, so let's have example number 4. Alright, so given probability, that would be 12%. Convert this one into decimal. So that would be 0.12, right? 12%, convert that 1 into decimal, move the decimal point right to left twice, 1 and then 2. So that would be 0.12. So 12%, that would be 0.12 is equal to x over 120. Simply do cross multiplication. Alright, so cross multiply. Understood that there's 1 here. Cross multiply. Once again, class, any numerator, understood that there is a denominator of 1. Once again, class, any number, any variable, if you didn't see any denominator, understood, class, that there's 1. Example, class, 3. Whole number 3, understood that there is a denominator of 1. X, a variable x, understood that there is a denominator of 1. You can put over 1 class on the denominator. If you didn't see any number with regards to the denominator, you can put over 1 class. 0.12 is just the same with 0.12 over 1. Because 0.12 divided by 1, the answer, class, is 0.12. So we can put over 1 and then simply do cross multiplication. Alright, so this will be 120 times 0.12. That would be 14.4 is equal to 1 times x. That would be equal to x. Now question, class, can we get this answer, class? 14.4 heads? Nope, this is not possible, class. Once again, class, this is not possible, class. The answer with regards to example number 4 is not possible. This is not possible. Okay, once again, class, in this given percent, 12%, class, this is not possible. Question, why is that, sir? Because we don't have a number of heads, class, it will be a decimal. Once again, class, we don't have a number of heads, it will be a decimal because the number of heads, class, it can be counted. The number of heads, it can be counted. Now, remember this one, class, counting numbers are whole numbers. Example, class, for counting numbers, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on. Up to positive infinity, those are counting numbers. Once again, class, counting numbers, the number of heads, it can be counted. Now, counted numbers are all whole numbers. Okay, once again, class, counting numbers are whole numbers. Therefore, counting numbers, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so and so on, up to positive infinity. Now, you don't have a number of heads, class. It will be 14.4. That's impossible, class. The number of heads, it must be a whole number. Example, the number of heads is 5, the number of heads is 10, the number of heads is 20. The number of heads, class, it can be counted, and counting numbers are whole numbers. Therefore, class, this probability is not possible. So we can write this one not possible. Okay, so this is not possible, class. We cannot answer this one, class. We don't have the number of heads in this given percent, 12%. 14.4, class, is not possible. Okay, this is not possible, class, because the number of heads, it can be counted, and then counting numbers are whole numbers. We already have that explanation, class, with regards to counting numbers. You have that one, class, during your grade 7. Counting numbers, whole numbers, natural numbers, integers, and so on. Okay, so therefore, with regards to example number 4, this is not possible. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 5. Alright, so example number 5, we have given percent, 5%. So 5%, convert that 1 into decimal. So 1 and then 2. Simply move the decimal point right to left twice. 1 and then 2. The decimal point will be here. So therefore, 5%, that would be 0.05 is equal to, so x over 120. Simply do cross multiplication. Understood that there's 1 here. So we can write over 1 and then cross multiply. Alright, so this will be 120. So 120 times 0.05 is equal to 1 times x. So 120 times 0.05, that would be equal to 6, is equal to 1 times x, that would be x. 6 equals x is just the same with x equals 6. We call that one, class, symmetric property. Alright, so therefore the number of heads, there would be 6 heads in this given 5%. And we're all set, class, with regards to example number 5. Alright, so how about you try this one, class? Example number 6 and then number 7. And then you put your answer, class, on the comment section down below. Let me check, class, if you really understand our topic. So you try this one, class, given probability 40%, and then for number 7, that would be 8%. You try this one, class, and then you put your answer on the comment section down below. Alright, so let's proceed now to another example for you to really understand this one, class. Let's try example number 2, class. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 2. The result of 42 trials of tossing a coin twice is shown below. So the outcomes, once again, when you toss this coin twice, first toss, it could be head. Second toss, it could be head. So therefore, you have 2 heads. So when you toss this coin twice, first toss, it could be head, or second toss, it could be tail. So you have head and then tail. So first toss, it could be tail. Second toss, it could be head. So you have tail and then head. Or the first toss, it could be tail. Second toss, it could be tail. So these are the following outcomes. We have head, 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 tail, head, and then tail, tail. And this will be the frequency. Therefore, 2 heads appeared 13 times. Head and then tail appeared 14 times. Tail and then head appeared 8 times. Tail and then tail appeared 7 times. If you add this one, the total number of frequency, 13 plus 14 is 27. Plus 8 is 35. Plus 7 is 42. We have 42 trials of tossing a coin twice. Alright, so compute the experimental probability of the following events. Question number 1, probability of getting heads twice. Therefore, you want 2 heads. Okay, once again, probability of getting heads twice. So therefore, probability of getting 2 heads is equal to, so we have the frequency of getting 2 heads, that will be 13. Once again, class, on the top part, that would be the number of events occurs. Therefore, 2 heads appeared 13 times. That's why our numerator is 13. All over the total number of trials, we have 42 trials. Therefore, the denominator is 42. Question, class, can we reduce 13 over 42? Nope, we cannot reduce. If you can reduce the fraction, class, mandatory to reduce the fraction. If you cannot reduce, that would be your final answer, class. That's it, class. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 1. Alright, so example number 2, probability of getting tails twice. Alright, so probability of getting tails, 2 tails is equal to, alright, so 2 tails, we have 7 over the total number of trials, that would be 42. Can we reduce, class, 7 over 42? Yup, we can divide this one by 7, right? We can divide this 1 by 7. Divide by 7. So 7 divided by 7 is 1. 42 divided by 7, that would be equal to 6. Therefore, class, the answer with regards to example number 2, that would be 1 over 6. Once again, class, if you can reduce the fraction, you always reduce the fraction, class, to its lowest term. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 2. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 3, probability of getting exactly 1 head. So probability, so we don't have enough space, class. Let me just write it here. Okay, so probability exactly 1 head. Probability of getting exactly 1 head. Exactly 1 head. Alright, so therefore we have this one exactly 1 head. We have 14. This one exactly 1 head. So this will be 14 plus, once again, class, we have head, tail, and then tail, head. This will be exactly 1 head. So 14 plus 8 all over the total number of trials, that would be 42. I hope, class, you're not confused, class. Probability of getting exactly 1 head. So exactly 1 head. So we have this one. We have 14. The frequency is 14. Exactly 1 head. We have head and then tail. This one is also exactly 1 head. Tail and then head. That would be 8. So 14 plus 8. That would be 22. Alright, all over 42. Can we reduce? Once again, class, on the denominator, total number of trials, that would be 42. Can we reduce? Yup, we can reduce this one by what number, class? That's correct, by 2, right? We can divide this one by 2. We can divide this one by 2. 22 divided by 2 is 11. 42 divided by 2, that would be equal to 21. Can we reduce, class, 11 over 21? Nope, we cannot reduce. Therefore, class, that would be our final answer, class. So we don't have enough space, class. So for number 3, the answer, class, is probability is equal to 11 over 21. But your solution, class, it should be probability of getting exactly 1 head is equal to 11 over 21. So we don't have enough space, class. Let me just write probability is equal to 11 over 21 with regards to example number 3. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 4. Probability of getting exactly 1 tail. Of course, class, they will have the same answer, right? Probability of getting exactly 1 tail, they will have the same answer. This one, exactly 1 tail. This one is exactly 1 tail. So that would be 14 plus 8. They will have the same answer, class. Once again, class, probability of getting exactly one tail. This one is exactly one tail. This one is exactly one tail. They will have the same answer. So probability is equal to 11 over 21. I hope, class, you're not confused, class. For example, number 4, probability of getting exactly one tail. They will have the same answer, class. Because this one, exactly one tail, 14. This one, exactly one tail. So 14 plus 8, that would be 22 all over 42, and then reduced by 2, that would be 11 over 21. They will have the same answer, class. Alright, so no need to explain, class. Number 4, they will have the same answer, class, with regards to example number 3. I hope, class, you're not confused. Exactly one tail, 14, exactly one tail, 8, plus 22, all over total number of trials, 42, reduced by 2, 11 over 21. Alright, so number 5, probability of getting at least one head. Alright, let's do that. Probability of getting at least one head. Okay, so probability of getting at least one head. At least one head. One head. Alright, so probability of getting at least one head. Alright, let's do that. So at least one head. So we have this one, at least one head. So you have one head, that's okay. Once again, class, at least one head. You need to have at least one head. So you can have this one. So we can have 13, this one, plus 14, plus 8. So at least one head. We can have this one, 13, at least one head. So 13 is allowed. This one, at least one head, 14, and then 8. So 13 plus 14 plus 8, all over, total number of trials, that would be 42. Alright, so 13 plus 14, that would be 27, plus 8, that would be 35. Over 42. Can we reduce? Yup, we can divide this one by 7, right? We can divide this one by 7. So 35 divided by 7 is 5. 42 divided by 7 is 6. Therefore, class, the answer is 5 over 6. That's it, class. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 5. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 6 going to 10. I will give you plenty of examples, class, for you to really understand this one, class. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 6. Probability of getting at least one tail. Alright, let's do that. So, probability of getting at least one tail. Alright, so at least one tail. So, at least one tail, we have this one, 14. Plus this one, 8. Plus this one, once again, at least one tail. So, you can have at least only one tail. That's okay. So this one, 14 plus 8 and then plus 7 over 42. So simply add this one, 14 plus 8, that would be 22, plus 7, that would be 29 over 42. Can we reduce? Nope, we cannot reduce, class. Once again, class, 29 over 42, we cannot reduce. Therefore, class, that would be our final answer with regards to example number 6. Therefore, probability is equal to, once again, class, the solution, class, it should be probability of getting at least one tail. We don't have enough space, class. So let me just write probability is equal to 29 over 42. But this will be the correct solution, class. Probability of getting at least one tail is equal to 29 over 42. But we don't have enough space. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 7. Probability of getting heads 3 times. Is it possible, class, getting heads 3 times? Nope, that's not possible, class. Once again, class, that is impossible. Getting heads 3 times. You don't have the outcomes getting heads 3 times. You only have 2 heads. So, getting heads 3 times, that's impossible, class. When you toss a coin twice, it is impossible, class, that you will get 3 heads. So, therefore, class, the answer with regards to number 7, probability is equal to 0. This is not possible, class. Impossible probability. So, therefore, the probability is equal to 0. Alright, now how about you try this one, class? Example number 8, number 9, and then number 10. And then you put your answer, class, on the comment section down below. Let me check, class, if you really understand our topic. So, for number 8, probability of getting a head on the first toss. Number 9, probability of getting a head or tail in any order. And then for number 10, probability of getting a tail on the second toss. So you try this one, class, and then you put your answer on the comment section down below. let me check, class, if you really understand our topic. So once again, class, I hope you learned something new today. If you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.